Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. Well, I'm here. Not sure if that's a good thing or not, but I'm here. Let's see if I get any company in a little bit. I know there's a lot going on YouTube this morning, lots of folks on, so we'll see. We'll see. Trying to make room on my desk here is not easy. I did clean up a lot of stuff, but it's still a struggle. So I'm just kind of gathering some supplies here. Laura, hi, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm not sure how long I'm going to last today. Haven't seen Angie, and I was at Murray's this morning. Maybe she had to go to work. Sometimes she cleans houses. Maybe she had to go early. Hey, Joyce. All right, here's some more stuff I can pull out. I don't want to belabor this, but I'm just struggling, I think, with my new medicine. So just going to see how this morning goes. All of a sudden, I feel like I hit a wall. Let's see. Oh, Jacqueline, hi. Yeah, she's in the office today. I wasn't expecting to see her. So I just have been, I got something on my screen. Get that off my screen. So I'll just wait till a few of you come in so I don't have to keep repeating myself, because I'm not sure I'm going to keep everything really in my mind today. I'm just feeling a little off. So it's funny how I think things come around and they come in front of you, and then they may disappear for a while, and then something sparks another idea, and then it's like right back in front of you again. And that kind of happened to me the other evening when I was tuned into the Ginger Cat Lady, and she was talking about doing a rolling journal. I think she called it a rolling journal. And I didn't really know what that meant. I didn't really recognize that term. But then what she started to do, the process, I thought, oh, yes, I forgot all about that. And then I was thrown back to a memory that was several years old. So what she did was she took several different sheets of paper and she just started to glue them together to make one continuous long strip of paper, which then you roll up. Oh, okay. So Laura says Dee Dee has those awesome scrolls. Is it similar? I would think so. So here's my thing. When I first found YouTube, one of the first things I found was the New Year's Eve streamathon. And at the time, Dee Dee, in conjunction with a gal by the name of Jean, I don't know if Jean may have passed on, I'm not sure. Laurie, you are amazing. That's exactly what I'm going to tell you. There she is, Stephanie G. She's here. So I'm in the Ginger Cat Ladies, and she's doing this, and I'm starting to remember. And then Stephanie G is there, and she says, Lori, do you remember a few years back when I did this on the New Year's Eve stream that you were in charge of? And I'm like, yes. I mean, At one point, I asked a couple of girls, not a lot of girls, because I was thinking it was Dana or it was maybe Lisa Jameson. And I couldn't remember when I saw it, but I knew I saw this girl gluing pages together and then rolling them up. And I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember who it was. And of course, I couldn't remember that it was a stream. So, as the years rolled on and things changed and the holidays came up, Dee Dee couldn't do it. And then Murray had taken over and organized it. And then she had a lot of stuff on her plate. Anyway, I think it was 2022. I said, I don't want it to stop. Okay, who's Stephanie's telling me something? No, Gina's crocheting. She just quit streaming. Oh, good. Okay, that's good to know. So I'm sitting in the Ginger Cat lady the other night, and she's doing this rolling thing, and then Stephanie says, "Lori, you remember?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it was Stephanie." So in my description box, my inspiration for today is Amity Bloom, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. Stephanie G, which is here. She's here. And I linked that streamathon where Stephanie is doing that process. And then, of course, the Ginger Cat lady, Pam, I put her live in. That was from a couple of nights ago. So I've been wanting to do something like this since 2022 when I saw Stephanie do it. And I just hadn't done it. Now, I think I might do a little bit of a twist. Maybe it's not going to be a twist at all, but I've been starting to pull some stuff here as I'm sitting trying to get my sea legs, if you will. My new medicine is not doing for me, I think, what it needs to do. So I've got to get on that this afternoon and make some other appointments. But that being said, I'm going to push through and see how far I can go today and maybe start my own roll or scroll or however. It's not a scroll because it's not coming from both ends. It's just a roll coming from one end. There you go. Stephanie said she started hers on a paper towel roll tube. Pam was just gluing hers together. See, and I've got a roll because I was going to start it and roll it and roll it and roll it. But what I said to Jacqueline the other day was I was talking to her about this. The whole process reminds me really of Amity Bloom, this gal that Jacqueline and I have been following and trying to, do art the way she kind of does it when she makes her journal pages. So I pulled out one of my copycat journals. I have people say to me, especially family, "Oh, your stuff's so cute. Oh, how do you do that?" Blah, 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 how do you, or my neighbor Betty used to say, "Well, where do you get that? How do you get these ideas?" Well, I look online. Okay. I'm like a pretty good copier. All right. I mean, I might have an idea once in a while, but you know what? Truth be told, I'm a copy artist. So this is a journal that I put together, and it's Amity Bloom style. Her name is Nazareth. I forget her last name. She goes by Nazi. And if you pull up her channel, I put her link in. Like I said, she's got a distinct style, right? You call it being a monkey? Yeah, I guess. So her deal is where she does a lot of layering, right? So she gets her signatures together, gets her pages together, and then she adds stuff like this: different strips of paper, little blocks of paper, a piece of lace or fabric. I don't do it well, and it's a struggle for me, and I have to really think about it. She might have a flip out. This could be a pocket. I'm trying to see if I have like this one is several different pieces of paper just glued on top of each other. And if the page isn't the right size, she might add something on, right? This is a piece of feed sack paper, just a little medallion just different strips, making a little pockets, just adding really little snips of whatever. I'm trying to find some good washi down here, fabric here, just a torn sheet of paper. Postcard. This is some of Jacqueline's paper. I just edged it with some fabric. You know, you just basically glue jazz down, you know? So yes, there's a lot of texture and you could stamp, but it's like bits and pieces, kind of almost like putting a puzzle together. And just really being really creative with images and pieces of paper that you have in your stash. Bricolage, using what you have available. This looks very Bloomish. So she puts a piece of paper here and then another piece of paper here. And a lot of times what she'll do is she'll take like something that looks like a label. Hey, Jenny, good morning. And just put it here where she can journal. Nazi does a lot of journaling. And she writes in every little space. See, she would write here. Or she has, I'm working on something. Where the heck is that? Oh, I have that buried, I guess. She has digitals that you can purchase. And she has ones that look like Polaroids. You know, when our parents used to take, well, the girls that are older, parents used to take pictures and it would shoot out that Polaroid and it had the white around the top edge and it was a wider piece of white at the bottom. Nazi has a digital like that you can buy. And then you can pop in your own photographs. So it's just a lot of layering. So this reminded me of that rolling journal or the scroll. So I said to Jacqueline, what if I did a scroll and then just cut the pages and use those as my folio, and maybe it wouldn't be as difficult for me to piece all these together. Now, I got to say, Jacqueline's pretty good at this. I really do struggle. I overthink sometimes, but it's hard for me to put things like this together to make it look, you know, where I think it looks attractive or, you know, somebody would want to, you know, own it or purchase it, right? Yes, don't think. Well, I have a hard time with that in some areas of life. But so that's what I was thinking I would try today. Just take some inspiration from Stephanie G, the Ginger Cat Lady, and of course, Amity Bloom. See, these flip down. I guess this one doesn't. This one flips down. This one might be a pocket. So then I thought, well, I don't want it, you know, super big either, my roll. And of course, you can cut and paste and, you know, do all that stuff. And then I got thinking about magazines, and maybe I could harvest some pages from magazines to give me a start. And then I started to pull different pages and things I have available sitting around my art room here. So that's what I have in this stack. Now, some of it will be, oh yes, I also said to Jacqueline, what about two-sided digitals? Because the thing is like when you roll it, both sides, you can use both sides. It's not printed on one side. You know, the back isn't blank. It's like if you fold it, you could have a folio and use it as a page in a journal. So it has to be two-sided. So not all my digitals I print two-sided. Some of them I have here I did. So, you know, we'll go through this. I'm just trying to see where I can set this. So I thought I would harvest some magazines. Now I thought I don't want my page or my journal that I might use these in to be this big. So I'm thinking about using the magazine this way and using it as a template, a size template to keep me. And then I don't want to be cutting it, you know, I don't want it to be like 10 feet long and then have to start cutting it this way. I just want to be able to cut it this way and then fold it and make a page. That's my idea anyway. So I put my magazines away. I've got a ton of magazines I purchased from a girl a little while ago. No idea where I moved them. So I found these two sitting out in the open. The one I'm not sure I want to use because I just love it. And I'll tell you about that in a minute. Maybe even less than a minute. Let me put this stuff over here. So I was looking online for some Somerset Studios older edition magazines. I was looking for a reasonable price, you know, and I saw this one. I just absolutely just loved the cover. I didn't even really care what was inside. So I ordered it, paid for it, and I think the envelope got here, but the magazine was gone. And I had just watched Dee Dee Willingham, and Dee Dee was saying she had so many of these that she wanted to use some up, you know, and she had a lot of issues, you know. And so I thought, I wonder if Dee Dee has this issue. So I contacted her, and she said, I can dig through and look. And I don't even know if I offered to pay for it. She might have said, you know, if I have it, you can have it. I don't. Dee Dee's very generous and very kind. What's Steffi saying? You may be better at keeping it straight without the paper towel tube. Oh, it does get wonky. Yes. Okay. There's Ange. Hello. I'm at a house cleaning. She'll be back. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Ange. Okay, honey. Thanks for checking in. It's good to know you're all right. So sweet Dee Dee, she did have it, and she popped it in the mail. And look, I have my own copy. So I'm not sure if I want to pull things out of this. And then I found a copy of this. These were gifted to me by Journey, and she gifted me several. But there's some really, just see, I've got Post-it notes here. There's some really cute things in here. But I'm just wondering if I use it this way. See, let's just take a page out. I mean, I could measure, right? Yeah, but see, you know, I'm really not. Oh, I always forget how to. Yahweh, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm going to just do this. So I'm thinking if I cut them however wide I want them, now I not want it that wide, but at least this tall. That's not too tall. I think that might be a good size. I don't know. I keep saying to myself, I should message Journey, see where she is, what she's doing, and I haven't done it. I'm not always good at that. So now, of course, these pages aren't going to be right side up. They're going to be sideways. So, and some of them I can cut. Now, look at her. See, I did redraw her. I have her in one of my art books. Look how cute she is. Isn't she the sweetest thing? Let's see, I could put her on a page. And I already drew her. So let's take her out. So I'm just going to pull out a few of these, I think, to just get started. Now I pulled out my matte medium and a brush. And this might not work the way I think it's going to work. But I pulled out, and these might look good sideways. I pulled out hey Peggy, hi, good morning. I pulled out a bunch of my zipper pockets, which is this. Jacqueline swears by these. She uses these so much, and she talked me into buying some. She said it'll help get you organized. I'm going to say to you, if you can get some of these, get them, but get more than you think you're going to need, because I got more than I thought I was going to need. I've used them all up. I need more. And the ones that I got, instead of getting all like black tops, I think you can get all black zippers. I got the colored ones, and see, and then I can coordinate what I put inside. Um, Now this one I didn't do that. This I have blue inside of it, but you can put a lot of different things in there that hold a lot. They zipper closed. Don't you just hate when you put stuff like in a file folder? You think this is a great idea, and then it gets knocked off the table and everything goes flying. With those zipper pouches, it's zipped in there, kids. It doesn't go anywhere. Javelin says she's got over 300. So you may not want to start with 300, but I would start, definitely get more than a dozen. Definitely get more than a dozen. Now, see, some of these projects I might still want to do. Isn't that cute? And this may not be a great idea. Oh, look at these. Look at these tea bags or cards, playing cards that you put a tea bag string on. Yeah, we're going to leave that connected. Okay, we're going to leave that together. So, of course, I've been working a lot and doing a lot with digitals the last little while. So, like I said, I don't always print them double-sided, but some of them I do. So now I don't have a lot of space here, see, because I've got stuff stacked. See, I've got stuff stacked everywhere. So let's move some of this stuff, because I've got all kinds of projects in the works. And as soon as I move my arm, I knock Jazz over. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to keep it no taller than this and line up my pages. Now this one, I think I might want to just get rid of half of it. I don't really know what I'm doing. I haven't done this before. I don't think it's difficult, but I will say I think that this is a kind of project like you get in the groove, you get going, you've got a whole look going, and if you don't finish it, the next time you pick it up, it's gonna look totally different, right? So I guess there's a lot to be said for just sitting down and doing it and just keep it rolling. Now I need something that's going to be my guide. You see, I'm out of pages already. All right, so I think I need to start attaching from this end. Now this I could cover up because I'm not so crazy about this. Hey, there's Leah. Hi, Leah. Good morning. And nice to see you. Who did I miss? Anybody? We got Peggy. All right, so I'm going to put some of my glue in that little jar. And maybe this. I'll do not the whole length. Thanks, Leah. I appreciate that. All right. I was thinking I could use washi tape too. Could I not? But I would want to glue that because you don't want anything like moving around. You want it to be solid. All right. So this is matte medium I have in here. And I don't like to dip my brush into the container where it's stored. So I finished up what I had and put it in here. So I don't have the jug anymore. And I'm going to try to do this as neatly as I can, so I don't have a lot of glue everywhere. And I'm going to try to keep this straight. I tend to get crooked fast. Now, what I didn't pull out was a bunch of my washi tapes, which some of them that I just purchased are from Amity Bloom. She where's my pinchers? She had been promising and promising and promising that a supply of washi tape was going to be coming available. Oh, she had trouble with her supplier or the person that made, the company that made. Anyway, they finally came out. Lori went a little crazy. They sold out so fast. But this, and I've got some of her digitals printed too. Well, this one's not her. That one's not hers. Some of these are not hers. So I've got some dictionary pages, some map pages, and things like that. Now, if you have a question or something you need for me to see, I would really appreciate it if you would use capital letters. It might help me as I'm just babbling here to really see it. All right, so I'm going to add some glue here because I want this washi to stay where I put it. Just going to use a little strip. Now, see, already that doesn't look too bad, right? Now, the stuff that I pulled out a variety of things. Let's see. This is a piece of feed sack that, hey, there's Pam. Are your ears burning? I've been talking about you. That I ironed onto a piece of freezer paper. Pam, I was saying that I was inspired by your stream the other night because for years I've been trying to figure out who this gal was that did something similar years ago, and I could not find who she was. And she was in your stream. It's Stephanie G, and she's here this morning. So I've linked you in my description box and her, and then Amity Bloom. So I'm just going to put that little strip across like that. Yeah, it was a mystery solved for me, really. So I'm trying to stay even with the edge of my paper. And I don't even care that that's crooked. Truth be told. Now I need some one-sided stuff maybe here because on the other side, well, see, I'm going to need something there too. But I could leave that. I could really leave it. I could leave it. So this is from an old sewing book, I think from like the 50s. You can take it with you. Kind of like that. This is not folding so well. See, it kind of got, see the paper's older. Can you see how it's like deteriorating? And so I'm not sure how this is going to roll. Now, the other thing too is if this is a little sticky and I start to roll it, it's going to not come undone. I need it to come undone. Now, of course, I can use washi to glue some of this, stick some of this down. Hey, Gail. Good morning. How you be? This one I'm not putting extra glue, I'm just putting it down. Now, see, already that looks pretty cute, right? It looks pretty cute. I could use something blank maybe in here, like to use it as a writing space. This is not Amity or Nazi, but I like it. So I'm going to, and it's narrow, so I'm going to put that over here. I didn't do that so well. I could have moved that over a little bit. Now the idea is to keep building it, so I know the washi is beautiful. I shouldn't even tell you what I did. I shouldn't tell you what I did. It's embarrassing. I got so confused with what was in my cart. I didn't know which end was up. Now this, I have already glued this together for whatever reason. So I'm thinking I could really add it here. And I'm going to trim it. Hi, Dar. I'm thinking this was going to be a Nazi page, and I decided not to use it. I'm going to get rid of this white edge. Well, this is going to be trimmed anyway. I should have got my cutter out and put it over here, but I didn't do it. All right, so see, now this side is blank, so see, I could really just scoot that under like this. See, and I cut that crooked. So I'm going to flip it. And I'm going to have some overhang. So I think this is pretty much, learn as you go. Certainly watch Pam and watch Stephanie's video and see how they tackled this. And if you watch Amity Bloom and how she puts her pages together, I think that will help you too. Hi, Dana. All right, so see, I've got some trimming there to do. That's easy trimming, but I've got to stick this down. I should have cleared more space. Just going to add glue here. And I'm using Gold Matte Medium. Try to keep my surface fairly cleaned up, Now this I like. That's cute. I think that can stay. This is sideways, but you know what? I think I'm okay with that. But I might cover up some of it. But see, I could use something in here. So I'm just going to dig through some of the stuff I have. Not so crazy about that. Now see, this is double-sided, so I don't want to put it here because I'm going to lose that side. But I could put her here. You know, if I want that image to be that large, or I could, you know, just do half. Not at all. Hey, hey, hey. I've got some plant people, and I got some music people. Now this is double-sided, like that. I'm going to fold this right about here. Doris says, Dee Dee mentioned Peggy Fitzmaurice is decorating. She does fabulous things. If you are interested to see what Peggy does decorating wise with her plethora of really cool stuff, you can find her Peggy Fitzmaurice on Instagram. You will not be disappointed. Not at all. Of course, that went down the wrong pipe. Pipe, 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 pipe. This has some kind of shimmer all over it. I don't know that I want that wide. There's no rhyme or reason to this, right? It just kind of. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. See, I forgot the other day. Oh, good. There's a few of us in here now. Some of you go to different sales and whatnot, and some of you come to Jacqueline's sale on Friday evenings. Not this Friday evening. And Dana sells, Lisa sells. I mean, a lot of people sell online, right? But there's a gal that comes to Jacqueline's, and she may go to others too. I mean, I don't know her schedule. Her name is Tammy. And Tammy's been having some health issues for quite some time, and she recently had to have a surgery. You forgot about Instagram? And she had her surgery, and I think she's doing pretty well. But I think she's going through some serious stuff. So I asked if maybe, you know, if folks wanted to send her a card or a well wish or a text or something, you know, how would she feel about that? So I think she's probably, I'm putting words in her mouth. She did not say this. I did not talk to her. But I think she may be a little overwhelmed, you know, and so she asked that I be the liaison, kind of like I have permission to reach out and send things to her. So what I thought I'd like to do is if you would like to send a greeting to Tammy and wish her well, or, you know, speedy recovery, whatever, we can do one of two things, I think. Maybe there's a third thing, I'm not sure. But you can find me on Instagram and send me a private message, Pink Girly. And I'm on Facebook, Lori Delp, Pink Girly. I should come up. If you want to send happy mail, send it to me and I'll put a package together and send it to Tammy. I don't know her situation or family, whatever. I'm just assuming it would be too much for a bunch of us to bombard her mailbox. She might have to go to a post office box. I don't know. I didn't even look at her address yet. I just want to do what she requested, but I also would, hey Carol, hi, good morning. I also would like to just try to encourage her, and send her a little greeting. So if you would like to do that, if you send me something, email is fine. Although I don't look in there a lot, but I will try to be better at looking in there. Instagram, email, Facebook, you can find me. If you can't find me, you can find one of the girls in chat. They'll know how to find me. And I can print off and, put something together and just send her something. So I'd like to do that like in the next couple of weeks. I don't want it to extend too long. So I will put a post on my my YouTube page, and has she, Dana? Okay. So, just to like, hi, thinking of you, hope you're doing well, heal fast, whatever. It doesn't have to be a lot. And I can print those off, snip them out, put them on a little page in a card, on a little, you know, little I could do a zine, really. I'll see how much comes in. But say I give us like it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, is that too long? I mean, I think she's gonna be healing for quite some time. I really don't know. I know her one leg was involved. I think she had surgery on a leg. That's about as much as I know. But she's just been on my mind, and I thought I would put that out there. So I'll post something. You don't know her, Joyce. Her little icon used to be like purple, a picture with purple hair, and her name's Tammy Ward, and pumpkin for my holiday decor. Oh, there you go. Okay, thanks, Peggy. Peggy put where she can be found so you can see her decorations for the holiday. Yeah, so if you think of her, if you have any questions, email me, um, direct message me, if and if you'd like to just send her a couple little sentences, I can print that off. You know what I mean? Like just a little something so she knows just that we're thinking about her. All right, so let's see. I think I want to put this up here. Maybe I'll do it this way. I mean, I don't know. I like getting happy mail. Just a little note, a little postcard or something, somebody sends you a little message. It makes your day, you feel good. Yeah, she's going through a lot. Yeah, I have access to it too, Peggy. Thank you. So I wanted to say something the other night and I forgot and got offline. I thought, oh, tag nabbit. I forgot to say something about Tammy. So I'm thinking 2.5, 3 weeks, because we're all busy. We forget, we get busy doing other things. I'm just hoping, hoping it's not just me. Like, and if somebody wants to send happy mail to me for her, that's fine too. But I would need time, to get that together and not only to get it, but then to get it out to her. So anyway, I'm going to leave that little edge there because that could be like maybe a little connector for my next piece. So this kind of looks cool. Maybe I'll put a little piece of washi across there. What else do I have? That's kind of going the other way. I wanted this little chick on here somewhere. Let's put, now normally I wouldn't necessarily cut all these out square. You know, I would tear it and kind of try to blend them in, you know, that whole thing. But for this, I'm just cutting. I might decide that was not a good idea, but for now, I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. She loves hippos. Oh, that's good to know, Peggy. Okay. Cool. And she loves art and junk journaling and, you know, all that jazz. Let's do this on this little guy. I thought about stealing some pages out of my, well, I think I have two out of my Bella Grace magazine, but thank God I couldn't find those. So I'm not tempted to tear pages out. The other thing I had was, well, I've got a lot of stuff sitting here. I've got these. These little pages from this flower book. Now, of course, it can always come back and add, right? And I can work really from both ends. I have an Etsy shop, Dana, and I'm selling currently with Lovely's Crafting Lodge, which is Jacqueline. My Etsy shop is pretty much dead in the water, but that's because I don't give it the attention it needs. But yeah, I'm still hanging in there because, well, I just like making stuff. Now that might be a little much. Let's trim this down. So I have really been hooked on digitals lately, thanks to a certain individual that I'm friendly with. And gosh, every time I look at them, there's some like, I have to have that. So I've been fighting with my printer and see, I think I should line. See, now this is crooked. I should probably trim that right now so it doesn't get me in trouble. Oh, do you? Yeah, I'm not that regular. Every once in a while, I'll get a hanker and I might sell on my channel by myself, but that's very rare these days, quite honestly. Okay, this tape kind of goes up and down. This tape is very nice. It's got some body to it. It's very nicely designed, of course. I moved my trash can and now it's kind of out of the way there for me to. All right, I'm going to glue this down. I think I glued that a little too. See, now I'm going to need a little something down here. Is this driving you crazy, me flipping it over back and forth? I wanted to try to find some of Nazi's digitals. This might be one of hers. Yeah, this is hers. This is Amity Bloom Digital. I'm pretty sure this is hers. See how she's got all these little compartments? And then on this side, it's just like wallpaper. Am I putting Ginger to sleep? That's okay, sweetie. You get some rest. No problemo. Now I did see, what else do I have? A bunch of different stuff I'm pulling out here. I just saw here we are. To have this. So this is cool. This is from 1879. But I could use that across the well, maybe I want to use that in a bigger spot. So let's see. My gosh, I have stuff everywhere. Bon Ami. I think that is that my friend? Something like that. So I could really do this. It's like a postcard. So let me trim that out. Now, I'm not going to think about everything. When I go to cut these and use them as pages, I know I'm going to say to myself, oh man, you should have just. But see, I'm thinking this would be a good pocket. So this one, I'm going to just glue here and just a little bit across the bottom. So that means I want to use this glue, something that's a little easier to put on this way. Now I'm going to put a little, it's going to be a shallow pocket. I'm going to put a little glue here so that nothing will drop through. So then I can just glue this side and this side. You tracking with me? Now I'm trying to get that, make sure that's straight. Zhuzh that over a little bit. Zhuzh, 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 zhuzh. Now, I'm not sure how this is going to roll, really, either. And rolling mostly for storage. Now I could trim that. So this is the back side. Now where's my tube I had? Here we go. This, of course, is longer than what I need. Now, Stephanie cautions that it does get wonky once you start rolling it. Put things back where they go, Lori. See, now this, I think I'll need to trim that. If I did that, if I rolled this down tighter, I could put a little clip there maybe. Whoops. I got stuff inside the tube. That's not working as well as I thought. All right, now I kind of like the way this whole layout here looks. So this is where I should use a paper cutter because I usually don't cut very straight. That'll be taped over. So I'm thinking I could put this maybe under here. I think Pam was doing this. It was a lot easier. And certainly when Stephanie did it, it seemed a lot easier. So don't go, but I think I feel like I'm all, that's not working. I feel like I'm all thumbs. Of course, nothing's cooperating. That's coming undone. That's coming undone. Is Stephanie still here? Yeah, I was having trouble with my printer heads. I think. I mean, it said it didn't see my blue ink. But it was full. I just changed it. I must have had to clean it 4 or 5 times. Okay, she's here. Stephanie, did you use yours as pages or did you just like cut off what you needed and use it like for clusters and for like a snippet? Because it doesn't have to just be pages, right? You could use it however you want. Now I've got these little numbers here too. These little. I'm just curious. Oh, see, I kind of like that too. I'm going to do it this way. Gail says, sometimes my printer quits printing well. If I haven't used it for a while, it gets clogged or something. Oh, okay. Stephanie says she hasn't used any of it, but she could use it that way. Okay, good to know. Because, some of you may be saying, yeah, but I'll never do that. I'll never use pages like that. And that's fine. But maybe you could use it. I'm trying to think of different ways you could use it. And this is a good way to use up some scraps and stuff that you might have, Okay, let's see what else I have. Oh yeah, I wanted to use some of this stuff. I'm not going to use that. Let me get the other one. Some of you may have some of these collage books. Now, there's all different ones out there. This one happens to be done by our very own Debbie Epps. Debbie Epps. Debbie has quite a few now. You can find them on Amazon, or you could contact her and she could put you in touch with where, it's best to get them. But the images are fantastic. Oh, look at that. So I want to add something. And as you can see, they're double-sided, right? Yes, I have one of my cartridges here. It says it couldn't detect the yellow ink, but when I hold it, I can see the ink in there. I hate to throw those out. Now, what can I use in this particular situation? Yeah. Now, she's got all kinds, like I said. This one's called The Art of Fusion Collage Companion, Book 8, the Portrait Collection. So these are mostly big people images, but she's got all kinds. But it doesn't mean, I can't use just a portion, because I can. I don't know if I did or not, Peggy. I cleaned it several times. Right now it's printing very well again, but I'm not sure how she does them, Laura. But you can also purchase a digital file rather than it being in a book. If you wanted to print your own. That's cool. Because I was hating to pull them out. And she's like, Laura, you can get the digital. Ooh, that's right. That's a good idea. Look at that face. Look at the face. Look at the face. I love that. And I think at some point you just have to say, I'm using this. I'm using it. It's not the last one in the world. I can get another. I can get another one. Oh. I think I want one of the ones with the glasses. Sherry? Sherry? Hi, Sherry. Let's use this one. See if I can get it out. Now, there's all kinds of books like this on the internet, right? But I think it's really cool to own one from somebody that you know. All right, so I think I just want to use this part. How have you been, Sherry? He's keeping busy? All right, let's flip this back around. I'm going to roll it a little more. Rolling. Now, the only thing about rolling it, I'm thinking, is once you roll it, getting it to unroll. Oh, that's really stiff there, whatever I did. You might have a hard time getting your pages to be flat. I'll cross that bridge, right, when I get to it. Now, this doesn't have to go, it's your stuff. It's your art, it's your project. So you can put anything any way you want. So my youngest sister was saying the other day she's crocheting a dishcloth. Now she's new to crocheting. She hasn't been crocheting that long. And she's like, it tells you how to do the first row, but I really want to do it this way. I said, do it whatever way you want. It's your project. It's your dishcloth. Right? I kind of think that looks cool like that. So now I've got that in quite a bit. Okay, so I want the glue to be right under her nose. Right under the nose. And I'm trying to You know, I could really use the grid to help me stay straight, but it seems to be fighting me a little bit. I wonder why this is so. Oh, it's that double. I had something double. That's why it's giving me fits. It's a little. It's double the paper, and so it's stiff. And then I need glue here. Let's put some more glue here. Okay, Gail. Thanks for coming in. It's always good to see you. Have a great day. Okay, let's see. Let's do this. Now those I have to trim. I might wait to trim that. Now where's my vintage stuff here? Now this is plain. Maybe I'll Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad Company, number 75. That's almost perfect. If I cut it right at that line, that might be easier. So now on the other side, I've got a blank slate. I'm sure you could use your glue stick, like your Elmer's glue. Just you want to be generous enough with it so your pages are going to stay where you put them. And that's generally a struggle for me because I am light-handed with glue, heavy-handed with acrylic paint. I'm all over the map. All over the map. Now, see, I've got this blank here. So I need something. Now, this I did double-sided. I don't know whose image this is. I'll have to look. But see, I don't want that white rim. So I've got to trim that off. Now, this I printed on the presentation paper, so it's a little heavier than your normal, what would you call it, your 20-pound. It's heavier than that. Copy paper. It's heavier than copy paper. Can you hear it? You can hear it. And I think I want to cut that right down this, like right here. So I should get my cutter. If I can unearth it, unearth me cutter. I've got that point buried. Oh, yeah. This hit the floor the other day and the blade popped out. Oh my goodness. I think I finally got it working right. Let's see. Let's see. It's right about there. All right. Oh, that was silly because see, it's got this on the back. I don't want to waste that double-sidedness. So I'm going to put it here on the edge. See what I'm doing? Okay, Ange, you were up and at it early this morning. Are you done for that kind of work for today, or do you have another house to do, or what's your day looking like? All right, let's go. Try to straighten that up. That's crooked. If I glue it that way, I want glue there. It's time for me to get some more glue out. Now I want to put some fabric on too. Just trying to clean up. She's done for the day. She's going to make bowls later. Terrific. Very good. Now I'm thinking if I cut this is going to be a page, this could be a lot of writing space there, right? So it's almost like a puzzle, just trying to work things together. That's great, Ange. That sounds great. I think I might want a little bit of lace there. Now, there it is. It's right where I thought it would be. That's a miracle. It's a miracle. I've had a big whole wheel of this. It's starting to get low. It's one of my favorites. I have this pinned on here. But this would be a better, well, it's a little too short. This would be a better roll. Ready? I'm going to put a little bit of glue along the bottom. And then I'm thinking this could be like a tuck spot. And my paper towel, I keep losing where I'm putting my paper towel. Time is a little after 11, okay. Then I'm thinking that could be used as a tuck spot that way, right? So I'm going to do 3 sides, the top and the left and the right side, put glue. All right. That'll kind of reinforce that edge of that older paper. So that side doesn't look too bad. All right. Now what's next? I got all this. I took a big atlas, cut the pages in half and then in quarters again. I don't know. It was huge. But I think this in and of itself would make a cool journal. So I'm going to steal a page in the middle of yawning. And then there's a smaller little collage book I have that I bought. I guess I like the images. I don't even remember. A little bit of this and that by Emily Stone. I see, of course, you can see the size is smaller, but some of these images are cool. Oh, I love those eyes. These are cute. And of course, they're double-sided again. Let me take another drink. So I don't know that I want this whole nappy thing. I don't want to go this way. So I think I want to cut this in half. Laura's leaving. You come and I have to leave. Have a good day, Laura. Thanks for coming in. Now that gives me quite a bit of length there. But I want to trim this here to try to keep myself on the straight and narrow. This is a little wonky here. Okay, now that might still be off. Let's see. This is the edge I think I'm trying to preserve. This is really fiddly. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Okay. I'm just throwing my paper scraps on the floor. Okay. I think this would be rolling up pretty good if I didn't use that double thick paper. Gotta work it. Gotta work it. Yeah, it is hard to keep it. I think I need some trimming up there too. Now you could paint on here, you could doodle, you could do all kinds of stuff, right? I still didn't roll it. I'm not clipping this in the right spot to keep it from rolling, 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 rolling. No, I don't get in that far. Look, got this all crooked. All right, so let's put a little bit of glue here. I'm starting to. Hi, Stitch. Oh, now here I go. I gotta remember. I gotta remember her name. Do 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 do. Stamp and Stitch. It's just purely a guess. How you doing? Maybe I'm gonna guess Stephanie, just because there's a lot of Stephanies. I don't think the end's any is a giveaway of any kind. All right, so these pages I also coffee stained, as you might be able to tell. And I just had these in my stash. Christine. Christine for Christmas. Oh my goodness. Well, nice to see you, Christine. How you doing today? All right, I'm trying to keep that straight. Threads. I got threads everywhere. Threads everywhere. Now I'm going to need another piece of something up across here. I think this is another page by Amity Bloom. She's like the wallpaper on the one side, and then this. But I printed it double-sided. I need to get that white line off. Could go that way. Yeah, let's see. I want it cut to about there. If I can see that. This could be a little difficult. There it is. I didn't even stay up last night late. I went to bed like at a decent time. I'm still yapping and yawning my face off. Sheesh. Sheesh. Okay. So that's quite a lot of an overgap. So just trying to see where I need to put the glue. That's a big area. I think all down in here. So I'm just using some matte medium in a dish with a paintbrush so I can spread it around pretty quickly. Nope, nope, nope. It's got to come down. So this can be anything that you want. Christine says, trying to tire out an 8-month. Good luck with that. Our puppy is a Bichon poodle mix, and she was a year old at the beginning of January. So she's still young, but she does not tire out that easily. She just wants to play, play, play. I think I've got that crooked, guys. This is the hard part for me. It might not be difficult for the rest of you. Ah. That's a stinker, stinker, stinker. Stinker, stinker, stinker. Maybe if I go sideways. Maybe if I cleaned my desk really well. So my husband wants me to, what does he want me to do? He wants me to plug my printer right into the computer, not go through the wire or whatever you call it. I don't know the right terminology. And I said, I have to clean my desk off to do that. Like, I've got this big, it's not like his computer. It's easy. It's a laptop. It just plugs into, the flat part that sits across your lap. Mine is a great big screen here. It was my mom's. And I have no idea where that plug is. I've got to clean everything. You just see all the crap in front of my computer screen. I mean, it's just not that easy. And I just don't want to take the time to do it. And I don't know that it would make a difference. Like when I was printing from his computer. The colors were a little different, I have to say. But it printed so much faster, even though I had the settings, for it to print a little more detailed and vivid and all that jazz. It shot out pretty quick. It's like, I'm wondering if you just plug the printer into your computer, not do the, I don't know how we got to say, where it's wireless or something. Oh, it's just not that easy. I just don't feel like going through it, quite honestly. All right, I've got a plant person here, which is what I call the plant people. And it's double-sided. And that's really kind of just the right size of what I'm shooting for here. So maybe we'll just glue her on the end. Now, ideally, hey, Kellyanne, hi. My idea is to slice these and then use them as folios. At least that's what I'm thinking at this point. Yeah, but I'm always working on something. It's no big deal to him. He could work for 20 hours straight and still have energy to do more. He's like a Superman. No, I think I have to slide it forward to have it come out because I can't see behind there. Just even see where to plug it in. Okay. Stormy, is that your puppy? It's mostly mellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. I think I like this. Let's put a big chunk of this. Chunka. Chunka. Oops. Okay. That doesn't look too terribly bad. I don't think. I still got a bunch of stuff here. Bunch of stuff I can use. Maybe I want to use a strip of this, I think. Okay, I'm rolling. I'm wondering if I should put this. I could put this under my sewing machine, even though it's long. And so that might be fun. All right, let's see. Let's do maybe there. That's kind of what. It's a little wide, but let's see. Now, this is paper I think I picked up just at a glance. You know, one of those day timers. I think I got this at like a Goodwill. And then came home and took it all apart and coffee stained the pages. Nope. I think I want it more narrow. Oh, that's cool. Peggy says she thinks she tried something similar, but she's using an old wallpaper roll, and gluing things ephemera to it. That's cool, Peggy. Joyce says, I'm watching a lady who is layering leaves and flowers on muslin and hitting it with the hammer. Yeah, I've often thought that might be fun to do. Or did you ever see them where they put the flowers on fabric of some kind? Maybe it's muslin, and I don't know if they spray it with something, but they roll it up, and then I don't know if they put it in a steam bath, what they do, but it ends up um, with all these beautiful flower images on the fabric. And then, of course, she makes stuff with the fabric. The fabric's just to die for, really. That's a little too narrow. I don't want to cover up a lot of that either. See, this is my problem. I don't want to cover up. Well, that's all there, so maybe I can just kind of do that. So let's put some glue on this. You like the idea of not, yeah, that's true, Joyce. But I'll tell you, whatever, I guess they put some kind of what do they call it? A mordant or some kind of supposed to help the color sit into the fabric. There's a certain. See, I've got some of these things here too. And then I think it just sets it into the fabric so it doesn't move anywhere. Kind of like that. This I'm going to have to glue the sides and hopefully it will work out and be a pocket. A little off the page there. Just hold that down for a few minutes. Hmm. No, this. Let's see what else I have here as far as digitals. Oh yeah, look at these. This is just craziness. Okay, I'm just see this. This I was trying to print double sided. Didn't really know what I was doing. You see, I've got this one upside down. Not good. That's upside down and hmm. Right there. That's the whole page. I'm not sure I want the whole page. It's just the hard part deciding. Now, see, Pam was doing, and I guess Stephanie did too, like just regular pages. It might feel a little flimsy. Okay, let's do this. I feel like I'm starting to fade a little bit, guys. I don't feel like I'm using that much glue, but it feels like my little container is always empty. It's so easy to get crooked. Let's see, what else have we got? Let's see, this is one-sided. So this would be good to paste on like here because it's not going to show through and I've got that on the other side. So let's trim this off. I probably had wanted to print on both sides. But see, this is even a little more yellow, I think, than what it should be. Hmm. Now, these, of course, look like labels, which would be a cute spot for journaling, right? I might just do that very thing, Ange. I hate to tell you. That's a good idea. I went to bed early last night, too. And that's white on the back. Hmm. Oh, you know what? That's a good size, though. Maybe I'll do this and glue this on the back side. I have one of those pens. So here we go. That if I need to, I can put heat on this and it will erase the mark. Oopsie, like I just did. Hey, Joel. I don't want those one lines. Okay, that's like so Tom terrific. Now these are all pieces that I can use. Well, not this little skinny strip, but this is a good piece. This is a good piece. We'll keep all that. Gotta find my lines. Okay. Trash. Okay, I'm just going to do a little bit of glue on the end. All right, I'm going to flip it over and then glue the back side because this one was double-sided. I really like that image. Uh-oh. Not cleaning up my mess very well. Mm-hmm. All right, hold on. So let's give this a little cleanup here. Whoop. It's not grippy, it's slippy. Okay, that's got to be a little better. All right, some more glue. Cal said, I was wondering why you didn't answer me. You were actually asleep. Yeah, my phone doesn't allow messages to come through when I'm sleeping anymore. And then I had to get ready for my stream. So I wasn't looking at my phone. And there was probably regular sleep times, right? Not like 7 o'clock at night when most people are still awake. I don't even know if you called me during the sleep hours, if the phone would even ring, because I've got this thing now. It says you should be asleep. It puts it in the sleep mode, and it doesn't let the notifications come through or anything, which is probably better for me because I don't have good sleeping habits. Hopefully it wasn't an emergency. I would see it eventually. Not in a good, okay. Excellente. Whoop, hit the camera. I think I do that every stream now. Just whack the camera. No problem, Lord. Just make your friends crazy. All right, let's see. I want to dig out a different kind of, I want something wider than that, I think. No, that's different. I don't want that. That might be nice on the bottom of that one. I think I want some washing down here. Yeah, I don't know how I did that, Peggy, because this is a new phone. I don't know how I did it, but it makes a certain little noise. And you're right. For me, it's at 10 o'clock. And I thought, you know what? I should just leave it there. I should just leave it. Because I can be so easily distracted. But I was greatly distracted last night. Oh, that's so cute. I was going to wrap it, but I like that down at the bottom. So I don't want to wrap that. I have a bit of a confession to make. I'm thinking about making a post. I probably won't do it on Facebook. I'm a diehard Phillies fan, as most of you would know. And they're in the playoffs. But they had two really not great games with the Dodgers. And the Dodgers won too when the Phillies were at home. I mean, the Phillies should have won at least one of those games in their own ballpark. And they almost came back to win the second one. They just seemed flat. I mean, they were on fire, and all of a sudden, they look like they have no energy, and it just, I don't know, it's just heartbreaking to me. I said to my sisters, I don't even know if I can watch. It just was so depressing to me. So they're on the West Coast now because they have to go out there for a couple of games. And I get the notifications on my phone, like who's up and when somebody scores and da, da, da. So I was getting those notifications, and then my son called. Are you watching? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm trying not to watch because it's so upsetting because they did so poor. And so he starts giving me the lowdown on what's what with the. I know you don't want to watch, but so they started to do better. Well, then I didn't want to turn the game on because I didn't want to jinx them. So I just let myself fall asleep. Because the game didn't start till 9 our time. So, because they're on the West Coast, I thought I have to stream in the morning. I'm just going to make myself just go to sleep. So that's what I did. So when I started to wake up this morning, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I wonder what happened. And they won. The thing is, they got to win. I don't know if they're playing today or tomorrow. They've got to win and then come home and win the last game in order to advance. So the Dodgers are a good team, Well, they were the World Series champs last year. I don't know, Stephanie. It's like I don't know how it is other places, but like when you're a fan in Philadelphia, and I can't talk about basketball because I'm not into that, and I watch the Eagles and I watch the Phillies, but the Phillies have been for years just my team. I just can't explain it. And it's like it's personal. Like I don't want to hear no crap about it. I don't want to hear no jazz. My dear neighbor, she used to say, well, it's just like the Phillies. This is what they always do. I'm like, this is not what they always do. Okay. It's just not what they always do. That would annoy me. I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I have another one of these books. This is like, I don't know if there's anything. Oh, this is all old. Oh, that's kind of cool, isn't it? So I just had myself in a state. I just was in a state. That's a laundry label. Well, she's cute. Aw. The ephemera. I glued that down. I did make it a pocket, so that can be a writing area. So I feel like I need something here. I can't stand the Bengals. Hey, well, you can watch the Eagles. Yeah, me too, Stephanie. I just love baseball. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just do. I didn't play it as a kid. Maybe I need to trim out one of these flowers. Do you think maybe I'll do that? Maybe I'll trim out a flower and glue it there. What do you think? And then I think I have to go. I'm just out of sorts. I really, quite honestly, am. Oh, look at that! Isn't that pretty? I don't want the whole area. Maybe I'll just do this flower. Let's see what this looks like. And you like football? It's just okay to me. People say baseball's boring. Not for me. Of course, I don't watch every team. I watch my team. My neighbor Betty, she loved sports, period. She said when she was a kid, she was a tomboy. And she was a golfer. She liked to golf, but she would watch golf and she'd watch football all day Sunday. Every time there's football on, she just watched all the teams. Now that's a fan, not me. If I'm going to watch football, I'm going to watch my home team. And I don't watch all baseball. I just watch my team. But I feel like I let them down. Well, they won. But I was just I felt half sick to my stomach. I mean, they just played so poorly. Whoops, that's a stem. And it's like all the energy. I just lost a stem. Oh well. Was out of them. I mean, they were hot. They've been hot, crazy hot. I didn't really think they'd get to the playoffs this year. So I mean, they really improved and picked up the pace. Those last two games, they were just, and it's also different. Like, okay, the Dodgers, yeah, I want the Phillies to win, okay? But it's not like the Mets. I cannot, I'm sorry if you're a Mets fan, I apologize. It's not you. It's just, which is just a rival. And the Mets just drive me crazy. But during the regular season, we had 6 games with the Dodgers, and we won 4 of them and lost 2. So we should be able to beat the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying? What did Joyce say? Oh, there's Vale. Hi, Vale. Oh, thanks, Vale. Let's see. Joyce says one day barks at me, and when I get excited, then he runs away. Oh, she said, I had a husband and 2 sons. I'm the only one that watches. Get out. Yeah, my husband's not into sports at all. He's watched a little bit of Phillies, and then he makes a comment. It just drives me crazy. It's like you've watched, oh, I don't know, 3 games in your entire life, and you're going to make a comment like that. Just be still. Just be still. The dog, yeah, the dog. And I had thought, to go down before my neighbor passed away. I never said I'll come down and watch the game with you because I wasn't allowed to listen. I wasn't allowed to scream and yell. I gotta scream and yell. I gotta tell them what they're doing wrong. I mean, come on. Okay, so I kind of like that. I could put some words. Like I don't want to do too much to it because I don't know how I'm going to use this. If I'm going to cut this, it's going to be a page. I can add little things on. I just want to do the basic lay down of the scroll or the roll. If that makes sense. Does it make sense? Okay, so this is where we are. I'm going to wrap it up because I need to go to the bathroom, and I need to get something to eat, and I think I need a nap. So this is where I started, and I got to trim some of this. As you can see, oh look, it's really rolled tight. Oh, that's gonna rip. All right, so I started with some magazine pages. And I kind of use that as my guide for my size. I put the magazine pages on the side. See, but this has to be trimmed off. And my idea is what Pam, Ginger Cat Pam was saying is you could cut these and then use them as folios. Now you could cut them and use them as snippets or strips or whatever. Um, but I like the idea of using it as a folio, and this really mimics the style of Amity Bloom. What's Phil say, Lori? I'm the same way with the NFL. I watch it all by myself, and yes, I do. I know, right? You have to tell them what's going on. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Yeah. So this, once I get some more length on it and decide what size pages I'll be using, this I can cut and make folios and then make my signatures, and I'll have the start of an Amity Bloom style journal. I mean, how cool is that? I am passionate about my team. It's really kind of crazy, but I enjoy it. I got to tell you, I cannot wait till the season starts. And one of my favorite things to do is just sit in my chair, my comfy chair with my feet up and either crochet or knit or color or something while the game's on. And the other sad thing for me is I think that our team will not look the same next year. There's going to be a lot of trades because we've had the same team basically for the last couple of years. I haven't been able to win a World Series, so they're going to get rid of them. A couple of guys, their contracts are up. They're free agents. Oh, our catcher. If he goes, I'm going to be devastated because he's like the best catcher in baseball. And I'm telling you, he's probably the best looking guy on the planet. I mean, he's just so. Your roofing is being delivered. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Bye, Peggy. All right. So, all of you, please enjoy the rest of your day. Be good to yourself. Okay. Enjoy yourself today. Do some art. Maybe tune into some other YouTubers. Thursday. Lori, scroll up. Okay, wait a minute. Got to find my mouse. Stephanie says, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Stephanie, that is funny. Here we go. I missed it. Oh my gosh, she did? Stephanie says her mom would throw her shoes at the TV. Oh my gosh, I'd get drummed out of the core. My husband will often say, they can't hear you. And I'm like, I know, but I got to say it anyway. Yeah, I haven't thrown anything yet. But now that worm is in my ear, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Anywho, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I think if I get a little bit of a nap, I might be able to get back to my projects. I'm trying to get some stuff ready to send to Jacqueline, and I'm not really dragging my feet. I don't know what I am. I'm beside myself, I guess I am. So I'm going to keep doing this. Gosh, Stephanie, I am so glad you said that to me at Pam's the other night. I just cannot. I mean, I haven't thought about this for a while, but it was driving me there for several weeks. It was driving me crazy. And I thought, oh my gosh, did I dream this? And I'm like, no, I can see her rolling it up and gluing the stuff down. Oh, and it was you. So, ladies, I make sure you check out the links I put in my description box, okay? And let me know if you've tried this. I would love to know. And look for my post, all right? And I'll decide some things about sending some greetings to Tammy Ward as she heals. All right. So that's it for me for today. Take time to be creative. Don't forget to enjoy. Don't forget to wait a minute. How do I say it? Oh my gosh. I think my brain's already asleep. Take time to be creative and enjoy the journey until I see you next time, wherever that might be. Bye bye for now.